Hey, what's happening, folks? Let's go over today's trades. So I had a few trades. It was July the 16th, and we're green on the day. Nice day for trading. Very volatile markets, trading the NASDAQ. There's my trade log. I had 24 trades in total, about a 75% win rate, and I was positive on the day by about 3%. There you go. If you want to see the journalytics, there you go right there, 24 trades, 16th of July. So let's look at the video. I'll show you some of the trades that went through, and that is it. So the NASDAQ open, we were a bit of a tightening range to start, and generally when the market's open, I'm always watching how the NASDAQ's trading versus the S&Ps. I want to see if the NASDAQ's acting weaker or stronger versus the broad market, aka the S&P 500. It was mixed this morning. So the NASDAQ was a little stronger in the sense that this higher high, on the NASDAQ it was a higher high, on the S&Ps it wasn't a higher high, it was a lower high. The NASDAQ was outperforming it with this move right here. I'm not sure what it was due to, but that's the general idea. So after that we moved higher and the trading had begun. So we popped all the way up and we've sold off all the way back down. And the first trade I took was here. And you're going to see it. So look at how we attempt to make a higher high around the 90s. Not a lot of size coming in here. And let's just watch this. Watch the trading around the 90s. We try for 95, 94. A bit of size trading in there. And I was noticing that there wasn't much interest in the larger order side here. And we're just kind of trying for it, but not with a lot of follow through. So I was just watching that very closely. And when I see that we trade back in the 90s, you're going to see me take a short there. A lot of size printing there, but not a lot of follow through. Okay, so there we go. That's the pop I was looking for. So we popped all the way almost up to 600 with a lot of this size here, a lot of this size getting trapped on the offers. And this is mainly from earlier as well. We tried for a higher high, and let's look at how it reacts. So there we go. We try a couple of times to push the 599, get rejected. We're trading some size up into here, and you see it's getting rejected, but it's a bit of a battle. And when I see it trade back into the 90s, I instantly grab that short because I can see that longs are clearly under pressure at this point. So if we don't manage to trade back there, we're likely going to trade a little lower. So you're going to see the market trade a bit lower here, a lot lower in fact, and I will stop out the trade with a 10-point profit right there, and that was it. So maybe about an 8-point profit, not exactly sure, but you can see that we traded lower. So I could have trailed that stop a little bit slower because, you know, morning markets tend to be quite whippy. So but then you can see we traded lower, and then we traded instantly back into the 80s. So after this, I didn't take any trades for a while. And I want to go over you. So right here, actually, I pressed the button by accident. I didn't actually intend to enter this trade, but I pressed the button by accident. I had an order prompted in there by accident, and I must have pressed the transmit button by accident. And let's listen to what I said there in the video. I wasn't that convinced of a long, I'll tell you. I pressed it by accident.
Fuck! Did not mean to do that.
Saw that this was happening and I just cut it right away. A little bit of a loss on that trade, not a huge deal, but you know, things like that happen. So just be careful. Sometimes your finger slips on the keyboard. You don't want that to happen, especially if you're trading the large lots. So I'm lucky I'm trading small lots. Always keep that risk managed, guys. If you're trading beyond your size limits, you better be careful, because one little mistake like that and you're going to be toasted, eh? This is the type of thing where I was looking for the bears to try and push this, and I saw that they weren't getting much follow through, and you're going to see me get long right there. And I saw basically why I got long here was I was looking to see the follow through we got as we broke lower. And when you develop some experience reading the tape, you're going to see how buyers and sellers are interacting on breaks of levels. Here I clearly identified that there was not a lot of follow through here. So we traded really instantly there. A lot of size picked up, and then it was a battle, and then we traded right back higher. So I got long on that one. And you can see the market try to push here. And I'm not looking for a lot of profit. I'm just looking for a little push. So there we go. Nice little bull push. And I should have locked that all in right there, and I would get filled. There we go. So you see we're starting to pick up a bit of size around the 65s. Kind of having trouble with it. Anyhow, I would have got out right where that stop was. So as you can see, then we finally traded lower again. And I was looking to do the same thing again, where we try to break lower and fail and get long, but I didn't catch it that time. And again, this is what I talk about this often in a lot of my videos, where you have starting to form a wedge, where you're starting to see lower lows with no follow through or higher highs with not a lot of follow through. This happens quite frequently, so learn how to trade within these wedges, and there's definitely significant opportunity when you learn how to trade those things. So down here, okay, I realized that, all right, the bears are coming through now for real, because we're breaking the lows and there's a lot of momentum. So I grabbed the short right there. Look at this momentum. So I get short and I get filled at 36, which is not a good fill considering we were at 40 like 1 second ago. So that's the problem with market orders, but I don't think that you would have got the fill if you put in a limit order, because by the time your order gets transmitted to the exchange, there might be a bit of latency there. Let's look at when I put in that order. So we're trading at 46, 45, 42, 44, 43, 42. 41, and I get filled all the way down at 36. So by the time my order got transmitted, I got filled at 36.50, and you know, what are you gonna do? Anyhow, the panic continued, and you're gonna see the buyers try it there, and then they're trying, look at that, and then we're trading lower. So we break the low of the day. Longs are really under pressure now because we've broken the low of the day by a decent margin at this point, and that's me just looking to get out. And you're going to see there's still pressure here in these 20s. I'm trailing down the stop. Nice little short, and then I'll get out there for a nice little profit, 25. So about 10 handles. Pretty good, pretty good. So starting right here, when I saw we had that bull break, no follow through, we're back into the range, trading in the low 500s. I basically said, all right, I'm going for a walk because I don't really quite like this action, and we're in this trading range here. I'm just going to go for a 10-minute walk, let the price action develop, and then come back and see what happens. And I like to do that, actually, especially when the market is in these kind of ranges. It depends, right? Because sometimes you can find opportunity in the range, but sometimes it's just too much of a chop and it's all a stop hunt. So you got to learn how to trade the stop hunts, actually. When you can trade the stop hunts, there's a lot of opportunity. So basically, I'm looking for the type of thing where we had a stop run, and I'm looking for the bulls to kind of defend this. And you're going to see me get long there for a scalp, but I get filled at not a good price, first of all, and then the sellers just answer it. So this is a tricky one, right? Because we're kind of in a stop run now. This move, I would consider it a stop run because we had multiple higher lows that had formed in sort of an uptrend. You're going to see the market tries to push up to these 51s, kind of fails, and then we're trading back down. So the sellers are answering, and that time I was wrong, completely wrong on the trade, and we go for another leg down in this stop run. So then I realized, okay, this is a bigger stop run than I thought, and the sellers are taking control here. So that was my first loss on the day. And you're gonna see here we're trying for the 42s, and this time I tried again. So I was just watching the no follow through. Basically, the idea was the fact that I wasn't seeing a lot of follow through in these 40s here. We're kind of just chopping. We tried multiple times, and we're an inside bar. And I was looking for at least a quick pop up to these 50s just to scare shorts a little bit. And let's see if we got it. So we get up to 47, 48. That's the pop I was looking for. And you're going to see me get out. There we go. So I got out 49.25. Nice little long scalp there. And that's kind of what I was looking for. The pop that would squeeze out some of those weak shorts that we're trying to get involved in this a little bit too late here. Okay, this trade, same idea. We have a lower low, no follow through. I get long. Expecting somewhat of a wedge formation. Market's trading higher, and I'm trailing my stop. And you're going to get out right here, I think. Yeah. So I realized we were trading higher, not a lot of follow through. But again, this one I could have given it a little bit more breathing room because we didn't really come. We came just around my break even. I had to just wait like 1 or 2 more seconds, and you see those buyers just came through around the 41s, and then we start pushing again. We push all the way back there. I'm back up to that moving average. So a nice little long trade, 2 times the same thing on a little failure. The shorts are getting too anxious, right? Because we're seeing this, oh, lower low. Shorts are getting anxious, and then nope, buyers come right back. So you got to play into these little traps, actually.
Run, let's go 40.
That's me. There we go. There's the stop run I'm talking
Where
about.
are my sellers at? Come on.
Oh, a little bit of buyers come back. And what I want to see is a push under here and grab those stops, again, under these 30s. So you see how the buyers are trying, but they're very weak. And I get out. I wasn't seeing enough sellers to push this down. And you're going to see me get back short once I see the sellers start coming back in here. So look at this, 36. And there we go. I'm seeing them come in, and I'm, get it, hit it, let's go. And I'm short. I get filled around 32. And I'm looking for the stop run under 30 at this point. There we go, 28. And there's the momentum. And I'm out. Yeah, this one was a loser. So look at this right here. So, okay, the low of the day is around 500, a little bit under 500. And you can see that this move got a lot more follow through than I expected. So what happened was, I'm looking for the buyers to kind of defend this. So what happens was I get long on this little failure here. Now, this wasn't a great idea. This was a little bit too rushed, this one right here. So we had the first leg. After this leg down, we had an initial attempt, a huge stop run, and then we're immediately trading back above the 500s. At this point, I got long, anticipating that we were going to see more buyers kind of just like do a little shakeout type of move. We see that quite often. Look at how the price reacts around these 505s. Price around the 505s, you can see that it's getting rejected. Oh, it's trying for these 508s. It's trying, and it just can't quite do it. The sellers, and I'm like, all right, I'm wrong. Just get out. There we go. So you saw me cut it there. I didn't like how they were interacting around those 508s, and I saw that it kept ticking, and it was trying, but it was absorbing the size, and then it ticked back down, and that's a bad sign because this kind of tail will in fact attract buyers, and then once it fails, those buyers are trapped. So
good for getting out. Good for getting out.
Look at how.
Getting out. Watch the second attempt here. Watch the second attempt. 500.
Anyhow, so we're likely going to trade lower, but we're a bit of an inside bar. So that one was a little bit of a rushed entry, but I don't quite like this because again, we're kind of forming a wedge again. And look at how the sellers around the 499s, they're not so aggressive yet. So there we go. We had a lower low break. We're trying. There the sellers are coming in. There we go. Yeah. So lots of opportunity, guys. There's lots of opportunity in these markets. Just a matter of figuring out where it is. Doesn't matter if the market's in a trading range or trending. People are always complaining, oh, the market's too choppy, this and that. Hey, man, there's opportunity in the chop too, okay? Just have to be picky and you have to know what you're trading. All right, guys, I wish you a great day. Take care. Have a good one. Bye.